messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that
It's week 2 of the 2024 season. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Bills and the Colts under the lights on Thursday night.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at hot. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Ready. Throwing to start here is Tua. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The numbers for Pierce last week: 7 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 78 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Meanwhile, the pass should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. Pierce has it knocked loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. If they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco had Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back, gain the salt to the way, fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that, and a crazy situation we just saw there. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Bills are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Singletary again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for...
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding, offense.
Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way.
Still 3rd down.
Ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 17, Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tua. And he'll just get rid of it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
The quick slant caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Allen to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fields. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He finds Pierce. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They'll try the left side. It's Fields. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On first down, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one. I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. On 2nd and 9, Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Buffalo. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to Pierce. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. It's Edwards again. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Second down at 5. Two and a throw again. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Fields. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Allen and the Bills now, trailing 14-13, 2:18 on the clock.
Here's Allen to throw it.
He's got the hookup with Diggs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
On second down now. It's Fields. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Back to throw is Tua. Quick slant caught by Pierce.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Allen.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole...
It's caught inside the 25.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Throwing is Allen.
And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
It's complete to Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Allen going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
101 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They go right back to Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Here we go.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Tua. That's complete to Pierce.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Okay, right?
Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf.